This strategy will work if you're a new or seasoned coach or consultant. You're going to integrate Zoom and Calendly together and get paid for it. This is great if you need to make some extra cash really quick, or if you want to add an extra stream of income to your consultancy. So let's go to the computer and I'll show you how they integrate together and, most importantly, how you get paid. So in order to make this work, you will need a Zoom account. I happen to use the Pro version. I believe this will also work with the free version of Zoom. Now with Calendly, you will need to be on a paid plan in order for this to work. But trust me when I say it's probably the best money I've ever spent to upgrade to the, I think it's called the Premium or the Pro account. So let's go into the Integrations tab. I'm logged into Calendly. I'm going to scroll down to the Zoom section. Now mine is already connected. If yours is not yet connected, you will follow the very easy to follow prompts here to connect your Zoom account to Calendly. So let's say you complete that step. What you're also going to need to do is integrate a way to collect payment for your coaching calls. I have mine connected to Stripe because I use Stripe with my KAJABI online course platform and online business platform. You can choose Stripe if you have an account there, or you could use PayPal. So you're going to want to connect one of these two payment plans, payment tools, I should say, to your Calendly account. Now, once that's complete, we're going to go back to the home button, and this is where you're going to schedule a new event type. So I'll just tell you that I implemented my Implement Together call at midway through 2020, so right in the thick of COVID. And it was a quick way for me to inject some cash into my business. I think I've probably made around $3,000 or so by having the ability to send these links to a few people here and there. And, I didn't promote it heavily or anything like that, but $3,000 of extra money, really. And so it hasn't been all that bad. This is the only call that I have in my Calendly where I actually charge for it within the call itself. So again, if you're a new coach and you haven't done a lot of coaching or consulting, this could be a great way to get you in business, is to create a new event type. And let's say you decide, I just want to start with some one-on-one private calls and I'm just going to charge an hourly rate for my time. Then you would just hit create. You're going to now call this whatever you want to call it. So it could be like private, coaching call with Sheryl or something like that. Now, here's where the integration comes into play. Under add a location, you're going to choose Zoom. And because you've integrated these tools together, they speak to each other now. So it prevents you from having to do all this legwork and all this manual connection because it's talking to each other. At this point, you can add description, instructions, change the color, change the URL. If you want this to be, shorter, you could make it shorter so it's easier to remember and easier to verbally explain to people where they need to go to book their event with you. You're going to click on the next button. And there is a lot of customization that you can do in your events in Calendly. This video is not for me to show you exactly how to use Calendly. It's strictly to show you how you can get paid as a coach with Calendly and Zoom and the integration of whichever payment system you've decided to use, whether it's Stripe or PayPal. So lots that you can do in here. You can choose, for this to be over the course of 30 calendar days. You can also put your availability in here. You can choose whatever hours you want to make yourself available for these specific coaching calls. Okay, how long are they? Are they 15 minutes? Or are they 60 minutes, let's say? You can choose a custom duration. Do you want to have a buffer? Maybe you need to make sure that you have 10 minutes on either side of those calls. Whatever that looks like, you'll set that up. Now here's where it gets into the payments side of things. Go down to collect payments, and you're going to choose to accept payments with whichever payment tool you integrated into Calendly. In my case, it's Stripe. In yours, it might be PayPal. And now you get to choose how much are you going to charge for that time. So I charge $247 for 60 minutes. I've charged up to $600 for my time in consulting. So really more of a question of what is the rate for you? You know, is that $247? Is it $350? I know of a coach who charges $350 per hour. Whatever that looks like for you. You could put some payment terms in here, and then you're going to hit save and close. There are also customizations that you can do in terms of messaging of your notifications, of your email reminders, for example, of your follow-ups, your text reminders. You're going to turn these toggle buttons on or off depending on how many reminders you want to send out. So you'll go through this with a fine-tooth comb and really make those decisions. You can also ask your invitee for some questions. Maybe ask them, what is it that we're going to be talking about? Maybe you'd like to ask them a more specific question. You can do that in this section here. So once that's complete, you're going to have to make sure that your event type is on, and then you'll view your live page. This is what it will look like when you send people to that link, right? When you go back, let's go back to the home button, and we're going to get our link. So here's our link here. Our private coaching call with Sheryl that we're charging, what did I think I said $247 an hour. I'm going to copy this link, and now that's the link that I can send people, and when they click it, it will look like this. Now they can come in and say, yes, I want to have a private call with Sheryl on the 30th of December at 11 a.m. I'm going to confirm that, and here is the information that you're asking them to complete. And they're going to pay $350 here in order for them to schedule this event. It won't schedule unless they pay that upfront. The next video you should watch is this one, How I Make Money in My Online Business with Zoom. I'll see you over there.